efficient in the use of firearms and legally carry firearms there. That's how you can prepare for that situation. But when that situation arises, man, he came in hot and ready. Yeah. He didn't come in rolling amber. Look at the resource officer and they go, "Hey, I'm going red, and we're gonna start popping rounds." No, dude, he came in red. He came in with rounds in the chamber. He came in with magazines that were pre-filled. He came in with extra magazines, extra ammo. He came in ready to go. Yep. Why should our resource officers not be ready to go? Now, here's where I say, in today's society, I disagree with the fact that he was red. Because, unfortunately, kids today have been so desensitized to weapons, the use of weapons, and the power that weapons have, i.e. the power to take a human's life instantly, that when you come up to a resource officer that has a weapon on them, man, all they see is a video game. All they see is, "Oh man, I know that gun. That's the 1911 from Call of Duty that I have on my, whatever profile." They don't see it as a piece of machinery that was built to be able to end a life.
Right.
Right. And that's where the desensitization, that big word that we talk about, that one, that's where that in society comes into play, man. It's, these kids don't grow up with that respect.
No.
I grew up knowing my dad, my grandfather, both my grandfathers, they hunt. My dad hunted. But even when, because I grew up in Tampa, Florida, so obviously not a lot of good hunt grounds around Tampa, Florida in the city. But my father always had weapons in the house. He always had his deer rifles. He always had his 22s, his shotguns, his pistols, whether it be, semi-automatic or revolver. He always had weapons in the house. And growing up, even when I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, I always knew where those weapons were in case of an emergency. I always knew how to use them in case of an emergency. But not once growing up did I ever have an emergency where I needed to use it. Right. Which meant not once growing up did I ever so much as even think about touching my father's weapons.
Right.
Because from an early age, my father instilled in me a deep, deep, deep respect for the power of firearms. Firearms are incredibly, incredibly, incredibly dangerous. They can take a life. You need to instill in your kids that safety, that deep level of respect for that. That way they don't grow up desensitized to it and then go through, and shoot up a school and not have any sympathy or empathy for it. Like they do it and it was just like it never happened because it was a game. They just hit that reset button, that mental reset button.
Oh yeah.
And now it's not important in them. That's the big issue. That's why I don't think resource officers on schools nowadays should have one in the chamber, but I think that resource officers nowadays should have one in the chamber. It's a weird little mental dichotomy that I got going on here, but it's because of today's society that's messed up my train of thought. It shouldn't be that way.
Right. No, I completely agree with you. I mean, my grandpa was the same way. I mean, he had guns and stuff like that in the house. Of course, I was told, "Don't you ever fucking touch this, or I'll beat your ass."
Oh yeah.
I was one of the very, very few little things we had to worry about growing up is we had somebody coming through the neighborhood, I guess, that was like a convicted felon or something like that, and I was coming in the house one day and my grandpa was sitting there asleep in the chair, but he had his pistol out and it was laying right there on the coffee table beside him. And dude, I was a little freaked out to walk in the house. I'm like, why has Pa got a gun out? I was scared of it, but then again, I mean, like you say, like you were trained and stuff like that too. I mean, my grandpa showed me, he had an old-timey fucking six-shooter, but he's like, this is what you do, this is how you load it, this is how you cock it, this is where it's at. Don't you ever fucking touch it, or I'll beat your ass unless of a dire emergency. And Sean just mentioned a couple of things. He goes, we teach our kids about sex education. Why not teach them about guns? I agree with that to a point. Today's society, I think the less that they know about how to use it right now is probably the best, because I mean, sex education, kind of the same thing. You're taught to wrap it up. You're taught to do this. You're taught to do that. Now kids are out there just banging away. So to me, it's kind of the same thing with the guns. Do I think it's a good idea? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. But what is today's society going to do with that? What are kids going to do? Oh, I know how to use a gun now. No, the hell you don't, because you're just going to get taught about it. I don't think the school systems are going to actually let you hold a gun and you go to the range and have target practice for the day. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I mean, the closest they'll get is ROTC and their airsoft challenges and shit like that. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, and you want to equate it to sex ed. You know, you got kids nowadays that saying, "Oh, I know how to use a gun. I know how to use a weapon because I'm, level 6 prestige on Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever." No, you don't know how to use a gun. You've never shot one. You've never had extensive training. It's kind of like sex ed. Oh, I know how to have sex. I know what to do. I've had sex ed training, or I've seen it. No, until you pull your own pistol out and start pulling the trigger. No, you don't know how to have sex. It's not the same thing. You need to have training. You need to have experience. And and obviously, I'm not saying kids just go out and shoot guns and have sex. I'm saying it's a different mind frame. It's a different train of thought you need to have that you just need to be aware of. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
it's a good thing to be safe, but it's just I don't know.
Is that Snuggles getting in the car?
No, we're actually we're on the way to drop him off at Anthony's. He's going into Chick-fil-A to get his fat boy on.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh, he's been in the car. Damn it.
We've been engaged in conversation. We'll bring him up when we get back in.
No, you're good. All right, y'all. We're going to go into commercial break real quick. We got some good combo going on. Some really good topics that I think that a lot of parents, a lot of adults should even hear about. And we got a special little shout out of some messages that I just got. And when we come right back, we'll see y'all in a minute.
Yeah. What up, this is Aries Cobain of Redcon One Music Group, and you listening to the Dangerous Grounds Network. I mean, any place where I can say f*** is dope with me. I can say f***, right? Why y'all keep censoring when I say f***? Fuck it, and fuck your safe space. Let's get dangerous.
The Magic Vape Shop. Come on in to the most extreme vape shop in the USA. The Magic Man will slam and mix all your vaping needs at prices you can't beat. With all the vape gear at your fingertips, the Magic Man will provide you with all your desires. See us on the web at themagicvapeshop.com. Let's get vaping.
Yo, this is Jeff.
This is Mark.
I'm Mike.
I'm Craig.
This is Mick. We are Kings Hollow, and you're tuned into Dangerous Grounds Network.
Yeah. Run by Special Ops veterans, putting people in war zones to work and working where others fear to tread. Each one of our products is manufactured in current or post-conflict areas. Your purchases fund women's education, mining efforts, and healing our veterans. High-quality products that make meaningful change for those less fortunate. What America will be for the world moving forward.
This is Sam from Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. Hey, you want a freedom boner or what? Listen now.
What's up? This is AJ from Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. And we're going to put a little bit of freedom all up in you.
All right. So how you like little Aries' little promos he done for us?
I like that, man. He was cursing about as much as I was just now, man. It was as soon as we went into that little break to shout out for our sponsors and stuff, man. I'm not lying. I'm sitting here in the parking lot at Chick-fil-A because the drive-through line is too long.
All right.
So Mr. Snuggles didn't want to wait in there because he's still got to get to work, so he ran inside. So I'm just chilling in the car in the parking lot. I got the windows down, and I shit you not, dude, I just started losing my mind 3 seconds into this break. Thank goodness I muted my microphone, boy, because there was two birds flying around fighting each other.
Uh-huh. And
they flew in the damn car, like one window and out the other. They're about 4 inches from my face, screaming and fighting, and I'm about to shit myself, man.
Dude, you should have had a fucking camera rolling, dude. That would have been fucking epic.
I wish I had the camera roll on that. I would have been embarrassed as shit, but I would have posted that online. I almost got kamikazed by 2 fighting birds.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That would have been epic. That would have been epic as shit.
It was crazy, man.
So
what was going on? It was like the end of the world.
So I want to give a big shout out to Wilson's race team. So, we talked about motivating America at the beginning of the show, and now we have a race team that is going to be sponsoring the Motivating America gig. And it's pretty cool on how they're doing this. Everybody knows I have a big blue Ford F-150 Super Crew. So that's getting wrapped. And they are changing the color scheme of the race car from purple and yellow to red, white, and blue, Motivating America. All over the fucking race car, dude. I just got pictures of the mock-up that they're doing on the computer and stuff. Y'all will get to meet Miss Jazette tomorrow. After the morning show, we're getting dressed and we're heading down to go pick up all the gear and talk about a couple things. But y'all will see the race car and the truck together a little bit this year. I'm going to go down there and pull the race car for them a little bit. And we're going to be doing some Motivating America videos with them. And shit, man, we might be able to give some race tickets away. So, big shout outs to them, Miss Jazette and Josh for doing this, man. It's pretty fucking badass.
Nice. I like that. Speaking of red, white, and blue and all things that are American, I got Mr. Snuggles sitting next to me. Say what's up, buddy.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, Snuggles?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing this morning?
Doing pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you doing? You didn't get attacked by birds this morning, so I assume good.
Oh, yeah, real good, man. Just gotta wake up, make that money,
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Hey, dude, I just sent you a picture of the race car, man.
I saw that. I like it.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool, man. He's going to put Motivating America across the hood. On the spoiler, it's going to go back. It's going to say, this is what motivates me, because he's a race car driver. So it's pretty epic, man. I really appreciate them doing that. And everybody knows wrapping a vehicle is fucking expensive. And I got a deal I got to do is buy the vinyl. That's it. That's all I got to do. And I'm coming up with a scheme for the truck now. So we're going to have a little bit of Motivating America on there. We're going to have dedicate the driver's side to the military. We'll dedicate the passenger side to the first responders. And we're definitely going to do the tailgate up into the back quarter panel as the American flag. And we'll have some other cool things on there. I had plans to do it last year, but some things kind of fell through, but we're going to pop it this time. We'll get a real man truck. Ron, a Ford is a real man's truck, okay? We're not playing with your Tonka toys. Okay? Go get your Yodas and go crawl in the dirt. Oh, shit. So, that concert season for Madison Rising is starting on the 4th of March. So if y'all down to, Fort Myers, how far are you from Fort Myers?
About 4 or 5 hours.
The guys are going to be down there on the 4th, playing at a venue down there. Y'all want to check out Madison Rising's touring schedule, y'all can go to our sponsors page and hit their link to their website and go to their touring tab. They're going to be all up and down the southeast coast from the 4th of March all the way through June. So every month this month, they're all over the fucking southeast coast. So if you're out there, you may just see me out there. Not hitting the Fort Myers one, but the one afterwards will be down in Georgia. Then we're hitting North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Tennessee. So we're gonna be up and down Virginia Beach. We're gonna be hitting quite a few of them. So come on out, fucking see us, man.
Oh yeah,
be pretty epic. So what y'all got going on with the veteran exchange? Y'all got anything new fixing to pop off?
Yeah, we've got actually right now we got our President's Day sale running. If you go to veteranexchange.com